All right, guys, so just had some problems with recording, and so I am kind of covering this up as I work through some of these problems. So what we're going to do is we are going to be doing the exact same thing like we did on the other side. We have to figure out what our rule is. We have to figure out our y-coordinate. We'll figure out our coordinate pair, and then we're going to go ahead and plot it. So this first one is line E, and we're going to say our rule is y is twice as much as x. So I know that what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply my x times 2. So my first one is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. So this coordinate is 0, 0. And it just so happens to be at that point of origin. Okay. The next one is 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. That's how we get our coordinate ordered pair of 2, 4. Okay. 5 times 2 is 10. 5, 10 is going to be my x and my y coordinate pair. Last one is 9 times 2 is 18. So my ordered pair is 9, 18. Alrighty. So then I'm going to come down here. Now I've got line F, and it says it is half as much as x. So when you hear that half, you know you're going to be dividing. So I'm going to be dividing my x by 2. So 0 divided by 2 is 0. So this ordered pair is also 0, 0 at that point of origin. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So I'm going to get 6, and 3 is my ordered pair. 10 divided by 2 is 5, so my ordered pair is 10, 5. And then my last one is 20 divided by 2 is 10, so this one is 20, 10. So when I come over here, it wants me to construct the line on the coordinate plane above. And when I look at this, I've already labeled my x-axis, I've labeled my y-axis, because remember my x is my run, and then my y is my jump, or I go over then up, all right? When I notice this, it looks exactly like the one from yesterday that I'm going 5, 10, 15, 20. I know that each of these marks in between is 1. So if you guys want to, go ahead and label them to make it easy. If not, when you go to do your ordered pair, you can just kind of count, find it, and then trace it up. I have already plotted line E, and so what I did was I did 0, 0, so here's my starting point. I'm going to go over 2 and then up 4, and I meet and make my point. I went to 5 and 10, and I drew my kind of invisible line up to make my point there. And then the last one was 9, 18. So I found 9, 16, 17, 18, and then I traced it up and drew my point. Then what I did was I took my ruler, and I'm going to go ahead and draw that line. I want to draw the arrows to show that the line can continue going. So I can actually find points on this line without having it on the coordinate plane. And of course I labeled it E because I wanted to know what line that was. Now I'm going to do F, and F again is going to start at that 0, 0. Next I'm going to go 6, and I'm going to go up 3. So I found 6, and then 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to make my point. Okay, and I'm going to find 10 and 5. Gosh, I'm breaking this lead, my goodness. 10 and 5, so I'm going to go right here. Okay. And then I did 20 and 10. So 20 and 10 is right here. Oh, that's kind of a crazy line there. So then I'm going to go ahead and connect it. And remember, it has to go through that 0 when I do that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to draw this line. And it's okay to go off of the points. Okay. And I'm going to label this F. And it says, compare and contrast these lines. Well, how could I compare them? So compare them as they all start at the origin. Okay. Then the next thing is how they are different. They are different because E is much steeper than F. And what it is when you think about it, you know, F is just kind of gradually going up. So if you think about it when you're going up, like if you're hiking up a mountain or something, this is kind of a nice little gradual, like rising up. This one, you're having to do a lot of work, and it's very steep trying to get up and climb up what that mountain would be. The next one, it says, based on the patterns you see, predict what line G, whose rule is 4 times as much as X would be, and then we're going to draw it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a couple X's, and I'm going to start with 0, okay?